What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Black Ops 4 tips and tricks gameplay. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my most effective tip ever for improving your KD instantly, getting on those high score streaks, staying alive a lot longer. All this is really achieved through using your teammates as bait. I'm going to get into specifics later on in the video of how you can achieve this. It's an art form that you need to perfect, and there's little tactics that take you to the bigger picture in order to be successful and do this correctly. And I just got to warn you guys, if you are not a patient person, then this video is not going to be for you. But first, let me talk about a few things before we get into the gameplay. So the main rule of thumb is to stick with your team. Let your teammates take the lead. Don't lead for them. Let the teammates take the lead and you kind of sit back. I know this sounds really scummy because you're probably saying, like, Turbo, why would I want to let my teammates die, you know, and use them as bait? That's kind of scummy. Well, actually, no, it's not. If anything, you're helping your team out by watching their back, and you watching their backs allows them to focus on what they need to do. At the same time, if they're being shot at, you can shoot the enemy, thus keeping your team alive, if that makes sense. And another rule of thumb is to stay at least behind 2 teammates. Sometimes if you want that extra insurance, I would definitely recommend staying behind 3 teammates. Find the player in your lobby who is most mobile, the one who is pushing the most, playing the most aggressive on your team. We're trying to avoid just sitting in one corner or, you know, staying in one part of the map. We want to move around the map, get in as many engagements as we can in order to rack up our score streaks and get a lot more kills. So if your teammates are camping, if they're camping, and I'm not talking about sitting in a corner, if they're holding an area down, you want to stick with your team and watch their backs. You're going to see that later on in this gameplay, what I'm talking about, and I'll definitely point that out once that time comes. So the weapons that I prefer you guys to use would be the Maddox or any kind of AR that you're comfortable with, but I like the Maddox just because it's the most well-rounded AR in the game. First of all, it is an overpowered weapon. Second of all, it is very versatile, meaning you could add stock, you could add quick draw, you could add fast mags, and a red dot sight for that gun to be effective. And for perks, you could use whatever you want, but I prefer to use dead silence, gung ho, and tactical mask. And for the gear, you could either choose acoustic sensor or comsic device. I highly recommend you using acoustic sensor, especially for smaller size maps, just because you're more likely to get flanked or shot from behind. It would definitely be a good idea to put on acoustic sensor so that you can watch your teammates' back as well as your own. I would definitely avoid using SMGs just because you want a gun that's flexible. You want a gun that could take enemies out from medium to long range. Most of your gunfight engagements are going to be at medium to long range because there's going to be a buffer between the enemy and you and your teammates. So of course an SMG is not going to be very viable in those kind of situations. You would want an assault rifle, which is preferred, and like I said, use the Maddox. For specialists, I highly recommend using Crash because first of all, you're going to be healing yourself and your teammates in those tight situations, and you're also going to be giving them ammo, which will help contribute to earning your score streaks a lot faster. It allows you to stay more consistent by throwing down your own ammo packs. All right, so we're going to get into the video. I'm going to be reacting to it, so I'm going to be looking to the left over here because that's where my monitor is at, and I'm just going to be walking through my gameplay and how I got this achieved, just so you guys can get a better idea. All right, you guys, welcome back. Like I said, I'm just going to be like reacting to my gameplay here and just kind of talking through my strategy and how I'm getting it done. So at the beginning here, as you can see, I'm kind of letting my teammates just take the lead here. So that was my rule of thumb, is just to stay behind my teammates. And right here, I'm just surveying the situation. I'm going to follow the guy that's pushing the most because I want to follow the most mobile player on the team. So I'm following this guy right here. I see my acoustic sensor going off. And that's why I said it's a good idea to have the acoustic sensor on small maps so that you can know who's flanking you. So I take out that guy right there thanks to the acoustic sensor. Then I'm going to retreat and heal myself right away. And now I'm looking at the minimap. I'm constantly looking at the minimap. The minimap is your best friend. My teammate was shooting at somebody. Now, I know I said to stay behind your teammates, but having the acoustic sensor, it allows you to be a lot more aggressive in certain situations. Now, right here, I take down these 2 guys because I knew that he took down my teammate. So, again, using my teammate as a buffer between me and the enemy is a very smart idea because if my teammates are getting shot, that's my job to step in and help him out. Or in that case, I took down both of those guys who were who didn't know that I was there, just lurking behind in the corner. All right. So again, I'm in a very tight spot right here. So right there, you know, I could have done better. I could have just retreated, played a little bit more passive aggressively, and went around and found some teammates to hide behind. But I think I go 45-6 in this gameplay. Pretty consistent games like this, and you know, just using this strategy. So anyways, back to the gameplay. I'm immediately finding teammates to escort, as I want to say. I wouldn't want to say follow, but maybe escort. So I see somebody behind me, but right away I see the acoustic sensor going off. So I take out that guy pretty easily. And again, right here, I get behind my teammates' little camping area. And like I said, you got to move with the flow of your teammates. You never want to go against it. So if they're camping, then you got to camp too, because you're going to help your teammates out by watching their backs. So basically, I'm being a guardian for them. So right here, we're being overwhelmed. I'm just doing my best to hold down the area for my teammate. You know, watching your teammates' back is definitely going to be beneficial for the team overall. And this strategy works most effectively for kill confirm and team deathmatch. I don't really see it being very, very effective in domination or anything like that. So as you see right there, I was left alone. So I immediately pushed towards my teammates and I positioned myself right behind my teammates. Now, if you look at that minimap, there's so many enemies there. And we're obviously outnumbered. So I'm just kind of hanging back, letting the situation unfold and making my decision based on what to do next through what's going on in front of me. So again, I'm not being too aggressive. That's the main thing that you want to remember, is don't be too aggressive. Just let everything unfold in front of you. That's why I said if you're not a patient person, then this is not for you. And me, typically, I like to flank. And I like to run around the map. So this was kind of hard for me to do. But once I, you know, learned how to be more patient, it became a strategy that was worthwhile because of the results that it gave me. So as you can see, I just earned my sniper's nest. And using the UAV will definitely help yourself and your teammates out as well, because knowing where the enemies are is definitely key. And it will help you lead to more kills and less deaths, obviously, because you know where they're coming from. So again, I'm still hanging out here in the back. My score streaks are taking out the enemies. Now I got my strike team, which is nice. Now, depending on the map, I would also recommend, you know, following your strike team. The strike team knows exactly where to go. So that's a little tip for you guys right there. So now you see me moving with my team. I'm moving with my team. I'm pushing and advancing forward. And that's because I have more teammates around me. Think strength in numbers. That's one of the most important things, strength in numbers. And there you go. I just used my health to boost my teammates' health as well. Now I'm checking out what my teammate is shooting at, so I take out that guy right there. So like I said, I'm basically being like a guardian angel or something like that, or a big brother, whatever you want to call it. Again, I'm moving with my team. I got 3 guys in front of me. I'm hanging back, letting the situation unfold. I'm moving with them. So we got a guy to our left right here. Teammates taking him out. That is a prime example right there of me watching my teammates' back. Unfortunately, I didn't get the kill in time, but you guys get the idea. I'm watching his back. So that's how this strategy works. I know it seems selfish at first, but at the same time, I'm helping my teammates stay alive by doing this, by watching their backs. Okay, look at my strike team putting in work. Like I said, they know where to go, so follow them. So I'm getting shot here. My first instinct as a flanker was just to go around to the opposite side of the map, but I try to stick to the root of this strategy and just get behind my teammates as fast as possible, because you want to use them as a shield. Like I said, your teammates are a wall. So keep thinking that way as you're using this strategy. Always think using your teammates as a wall and strength in numbers. All right. So right here, we're getting a little bit overwhelmed. I'm trying to create a little bit more distance between me and my enemies. And as you can see, I get caught up right there. So right there, I should have just ran away as soon as possible and noticed that one teammate in front of me was just not enough. And as you see there, my score is pretty amazing right now. And I haven't really done anything magical. It's just a simple strategy. Just staying behind my teammates, moving with them, and adapting to the flow of the game. Not really pushing anything or being too aggressive. And that's why I say that this strategy is going to work well for all types of skill levels, mainly beginners as well. So again, I'm paying attention to the minimap, which direction my teammates are pointed at, because that must mean that that's where the action's coming from. So right here, I'm hanging behind this barricade or microwave, whatever you want to call it. I see that my teammates have died on the minimap, so I'm just kind of waiting there. patiently waiting for them to run through that door. So it looks like it's not going to happen. So I'm going to push. I'm following my teammates. Teammate just got killed. Let's see. So right there, I let my teammate get the kill. That's a really good example of being passive aggressive. I didn't try to, you know, beat the kill for him. Again, I'm trying to help my teammates, not, you know, discourage them. So right here, I get caught up. There wasn't really anything I can do in that situation. So right here, I'm immediately going back to my teammates. I'm taking out enemies as I see them, and I'm paying attention to the minimap because of the acoustic sensor. It's going off right now. It's pretty overwhelming. It seems like there's so many enemies around us. And let's see what I do here. So I turn around. I go into here because I see him taking out my teammates. And he was actually in the corner right behind me. I got super lucky right here to take out these guys. Now, I smartly use my tac boost right there to, you know, heal myself from the burn that I was getting from the enemy. So again, I'm hanging back. I'm not really being too aggressive. I'm letting my teammates push for me, or push ahead of me, I mean. Again, I'm using that buffer of 1 to 2 teammates in front of me. I take out that guy. So if the teammate doesn't get the kill, I'm definitely going to be there to clean it up. And right there, I died to an RC car. There's nothing really I could do right there. All right, so I'm making my way again to teammates after I died. Come across an enemy right here because of the acoustic sensor letting me know. Another straggler. Found another straggler. Kill that guy. I believe there's a guy out here. Yup, I'm getting shot. That's an example of me being too aggressive. I should have just stayed in here. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could probably go flawless. But, you know, me being the player that I am, I like to challenge myself at times. But, you know, that's why I said you got to be patient when you're using this strategy. You know, you don't always have to go for every kill. Just like that right there. I just simply died. And I was at very, very low health. And I was just thinking, well, the game's almost over. Might as well try and get a few more kills. But anyways, that's the end of the gameplay, guys. I think that this gameplay best exemplifies the strategy that I was trying to tell you guys in the beginning of the video. Like I said, just remember to stay behind at least 2 to 3 teammates. Don't be overly aggressive. Use the Maddox or any kind of AR that you're used to, but I prefer the Maddox because it's flexible, like I said. You know, and remember strength in numbers. So go ahead and try these and try this tactic out. Let me know how it works out for you. For me personally, I feel like it's probably one of the most consistent strategies that I've ever given to you guys. I don't ever want to give you guys some strategies that don't even work, strategies that I don't even use myself. So best believe I've tried this multiple times. I've gotten many matches where I've been very successful at using this strategy, and so can you. And if you found this video helpful, definitely leave a like and subscribe, turn on the notifications, and you have to get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. All right, man, I'm out, man. Peace.